your life coach, and welcome to today's conversation. And we have,
Geo, Boss Life Online.
yes. So, thank you all so much for being here. Feel free to like and subscribe, and also to subscribe to my co host as well. So, Gio, we are here at part two of this collaboration. Today, we're talking about get into action in order to be successful. But before all of that, tell them about your channel.
My channel, Boss Life Online, is all about action. It's all about making those dreams true, showing you how to advertise on the internet, what businesses to join. And I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams on what not to do. Okay. And
Good.
all of these types of things like that. So, please come over to Boss Life Online. Check out my videos and my live streams. Thank you, Marlene.
Thank you, Gio. And before I get started, shout out to everybody who is in the chat. Hey, Realist, how are you doing? And of course, Boss Life Online in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here. So, today we're talking about get into action in order to become successful. So, make sure you go by and you check out Gio's part. We covered the same topic, but it's going to be from different angles. Gio covered it from the business side. I am going to cover it from the motivational side, okay? So let's start this way. Most people's problem is that they lack motivation to act. Mm. How many people do you know they want to be successful? They're always talking about being successful, but their problem is jumping into and just doing the action. What do you think about that, Gio?
Okay, you said they jump into it, but they don't do the action.
No, they talk about it, but they don't jump. They don't do anything with it. They just talk about it, but then they
Okay,
just sit on the
got you.
sidelines.
Now, I met these two girls, on the boat, and I was on the cruise. And they asked me, what did I do for a living? And I was telling them that I work for myself, that I own my own business, I have a website. And I told them how I, came into the business. And so we exchanged phone numbers and stuff. And they were so excited each day that they seen me. They were like very excited. You think I heard from them? No. That's why I don't get, I'm going to get somebody in my business until they call me and really, really talk to me and, tell me what it is that they need, but they never did. So
Mm,
that's what she's talking about. They all excited right then and there, but they don't do nothing.
in the moment, right?
Yeah, they excited in the moment, but they don't follow through.
Don't do anything. Hey, Rochelle. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, so that's true, Gio. So many people they lack that excitement, that enthusiasm, and in order to get into doing something with it. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, this is part two. If you guys have not seen part one that me and Gio did, it's already live on the channel. Hi, Sean. Okay, so let's get into talking about this. So, what gets in the way? This is a very important question. What gets in the way? We are going to be talking about six things that gets in the way of us being successful when it comes to motivation, right? First, we want to talk about these things. What gets in our way? Why is it important for us to talk about what gets in our way? Because we can't be motivated and inspired and successful in our life if we allow these six things to get in our way and hold us back from our goals and our dreams. Okay, the first point number one, what holds us back from getting into our dreams? Number one is procrastination. Gio,
Well,
I have to tell you, Marlene, I am the number one girl. Like if there was a poster and I could get on it, my face would be on procrastination. Okay. Formerly, I have been reformed, I have been healed from it, but that's all I was about before. That held me back from my goals, my dreams, my happiness, my peace, so much things in my life. We can't get to the other side of that. You can't get to peace. You can't get to joy. You can't get to personal growth and development if you procrastinate from doing what you need to do. What do
That's
you have to say
true.
about that?
Yeah. If you wait until the inspiration hit,
Mm,
you ain't gonna never get it. Okay. Whatever it is you're trying to get, if you wait until you can feel it, as people say, I feel it. Feel what? The only way that you're gonna get your dreams, you have to get into action, baby. You know,
mhm.
you can sit and think about it all day. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I intend it, or your intentions were to do it.
Mm,
But if you do not pick up that phone and call or do whatever you got to do, then you never got into action. Then your dreams do not come true, and it just won't happen for you, baby.
yeah. Because honestly, how is it going to happen? Okay, let me give you a little bit of some scenarios. How are you going to get into peace of mind? Say, you have people around you and they affect your mental health. You have things that you need to do in order to elevate your business, elevate your life, elevate your peace, but you procrastinate from doing it. So, really, how much can we say that we love ourselves? We're there for ourselves, we're inspired if we will not get up and do it.
Yeah, you have to get up. Get up on it.
Yeah, but that's true, Gio. You have to get on it. You have to. Hey, Fire, how are you doing? Welcome in. Um, I wanted to say that it's so many of us that have that problem of procrastination. There's so many of us that we need to do something and nobody can make you do it. That's something my therapist told me, my coach told me, my mentor told me as well. Nobody can make you become successful. You can talk about it all day long. This is what I want. This is what I want. But if you're not doing the steps, if you fail to launch your dreams, if you fail to do what you're supposed to do, there is no way you're going to be able to be motivated, inspired, and to be the best person that you can be. Mm.
Like I said the last time we was together on talk, I mean, we did a collaboration. Most people, they want to call me and say, "Oh, I want to be successful like you." The first thing I think, I'll never tell them this, but the first thing I think, oh, you must want to cry a river.
Mm.
Oh, you must want to get honest. You know, First of all, to be successful, you do have to get honest with yourself. You know,
Yes.
you have to find out what's holding you back. Is it procrastination? Is it I intended to do it? That's procrastination. You can't
Mm.
do nothing with procrastination but sit there and procrastinate. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but
Oh, Gio, let me tell you a funny joke. So, when I was in that space of procrastination, you know what I used to do? I bought so many books, Gio. I bought 7, 8 books about procrastination, how to overcome procrastination, be about it, do. But guess what I did? I procrastinated to read it. Ain't that a shame? But I'm so grateful that I'm the person that I am today. I can laugh at myself now, Gio, because I have healed. But I look back at my former self and go, that's a shame.
Well, you see, we
That,
learn from our mistakes. See,
hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
somebody in the chat said no one wants to do the work to be successful.
Yeah.
That's
Nope. They don't
true.
want to do the work.
They don't want to do the work. They want you to do the work for them. And I ain't about that.
Oh,
You know,
oh, Gio.
I will show you the way and guide you, but I don't have time to do the work for you. This is why you have to have captains. If two captains can make you successful, because them two captains gonna do what you want them to do. They gonna go out and recruit 60, 50 folks on both ends, two legs. All of them gonna pay. Okay? So I
Yeah.
don't work with a whole bunch of folks because most of them are
Mm,
not motivated to do nothing. They just in the moment, you know. They
exactly.
just in the moment. You have to be show up for yourself every day if you want a business. And you have to
Yeah.
be honest and you have to tell yourself what part am I playing in it because I ain't make no money today. I laid up in bed. I
Mm.
told myself I didn't want to get up out the bed. I wanted to watch TV. I wanted to watch Tulsa King. And then there's all the movies that I have not had a chance to watch. All of that will make you unsuccessful. I tell myself, get up out this bed right now because that light bill gonna be here in 2 days.
Yes, you're right about that, Gio. We can't stay in that space of letting that procrastination rule us. And I can say for myself, procrastination used to rule me because you know you want to do it, but then you're like, what I used to do. I used to talk myself out of it. Well, it's probably not going to work anyways. That ain't gonna work out, or I won't get that job, or that deal won't go through. I won't get that brand deal. I won't have this. I won't have that. That person probably don't want to be my friend. We talk ourselves out of success. We talk ourselves out of the very thing that will help us because we have some inner work to do.
Right. See that's the point right there. If I had not have done no inner work, that's why I said first
Mhm.
thing I always say, they must want to cry rivers. Because baby,
Yes.
I cried rivers
Hmm.
and seas and oceans. Okay? To get to where I am today. I had to let go of a lot of junk that was not mine. Okay, I didn't know I was supposed to do that until I went to therapy. When I went to therapy, I got my life back. I asked God to take me back. I'm sorry I
Man.
left. And if you take me back, I'm going to do right. And he done that and set my feet, Marlene, on
Yeah.
solid ground. And here
Yeah.
I am today telling people if you want a dream, first look inward, fix that part, find out what it is that's keeping you from success. When I found out what it was, child, I worked on that for a whole year
Mhm.
until I believed in me. Okay, my mentors believed in me before I believed in me. But I believed in me because they believed in me. Okay, and then when I read the part that I'm a precious child of God and God
Mm.
don't make no junk, that did it for me. I've been
Yeah.
on the road ever since. I'm like, oh, well, you can say what you want, but baby, I'm a precious child of God. I don't think you want to mess with me because I will pray on you.
Mm.
Okay,
That part.
all of that is a part of being successful, getting into action, finding out who you are so that you
Mhm.
don't sit up and tell yourself them lies. I can't do it. It's too big. I'm going to do it
Mm.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marlon. It's your
Yes.
show.
Yes, Gio. You'll say, I'll do it tomorrow. And guess what? You're gonna do tomorrow. Tomorrow you're gonna say the same thing. I'll do it tomorrow. And I have to tell you, Gio, if I'm gonna be honest and transparent, I said that for 4 years. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Next thing I look up and 4 years pass by and I'm still at the same space.
Yeah. And
And I,
then you're gonna
but
have they had a nerve to get mad at you because you woke up and smelled the bacon and decided to look
yeah,
inwards to scramble up the eggs, and put them together and come out and be successful.
yes.
I don't understand that. How do people get mad about that? When you done the work and you didn't cry. They ain't cried one tear.
Yeah. Gio, people get upset at your success because I'm going to tell you right here, this is all the tea. I'm going to spill it. People get mad at you when you're successful because they don't have the courage to do it. They
Yeah,
don't
it
have the
takes courage.
courage to heal. You think it was easy for me and Gio? It took a lot of courage for me to say, you are the problem. I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, you're being lazy. You're hesitating. You're procrastinating. You're not using your gifts. You're making excuses. You.
Yeah,
And most people will not have that sort of ownership to say, I am the problem. So what am I going to do? How am I going to fix this so I'm no longer the problem? Hmm?
amen. When my therapist told me what part I played in it, that that right there, that
Yeah.
part let me know I was the problem.
Yes.
Because
Hmm.
most of the time I was starting it, I was saying this and that and that. You know what I?
Yes.
But when you have a dysfunctional or an unhealthy mind, you think you're doing good.
No, because you lied to. I had to tell you, Gio. If we're gonna tell it, we're gonna tell it all. Let's put all the cards on the table. My therapist told me, if you're gonna tell it all. Okay. So the thing about it is that we get so comfortable in this. Excuse me. Hold on a second.
That's that part that don't want you to tell the truth.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna tell it anyways. We get so comfortable with being in the comfort zone. That comfort zone is so easy. Okay, let me just rest a little more. Let me just sleep a little more. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, that's too hard. That takes too much energy. That takes too much effort. It won't work out anyways. See, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is really holding me back? What is the reason why I procrastinate? See, Gio, and that's when my healing started taking place. That's when I became a better person. I no longer listened to the lies that other people had said about me. And I had a new thing that I said about myself. See, when you say you're successful, you're
Mm.
doing the work in order to do it. And when I stopped listening to what other people say, it won't work, and listening to all of that yada yada yada, and listen to myself and say, today I'm healed, I'm positive, I'm courageous, and I am very capable. That changed my
Mhm.
life. Hmm.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
start believing in yourself, and you see, oh my God, see, success comes not only just in business, but my biggest success is my life. It's my happiness. I don't have to wait on you to make me happy. I do that myself. Y'all don't have to wait on you to give me no confidence. I do that for myself. I got all of me back. I remember when I was a little girl, 7, I was making money. I was putting up my
Hmm.
father sung in a group, a gospel group, and they would do their anniversary every year. And I would get, back in the day, they had pink toilet paper, blue toilet paper. I would have my mama buy all the colors and I would make flowers and I would put them on a sheet. And in the middle of it, I would say, I get some fall paper, and I had happy anniversary, friendship friendly 5, and it would be so pretty because of all the different colors. And then my dad would take it and hang it up in the church. And I would just be so proud of my work. Okay? So that's what I wanted to feel. That again, when my therapist took me back to that day, that's who I'm supposed to be. That's what made me work so hard to get back to that little girl, get back to being that creative at 7 years old. Child, I got
Mhm.
paid.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
and I'm glad you brought that out, Gio, because everybody has a different story. We
Right.
all have different situations, but one thing about us, we're all human beings. We all have experienced setbacks. We all go through difficulties and people backstabbing us and using us and disrespecting us. We all go through that. But it's what you do with that. Do you take that sadness, that pain, that hurt and use it as your rocket fuel? Every day I wake up, Gio, that's the first thing that I say to myself. I have a lot of people who doubt me. Let me go and prove them wrong today. And then I'll start again tomorrow. You just work on today. Work on being successful today, and then let tomorrow take care of tomorrow.
One day
That's
at a
what it did.
time. That's all we
Mhm.
got is 24 hours.
Yes.
So my thing is this: when I wake up, God, what can I do for you? You've done so much for me. What can I do for you? You point it out, I go do it because I know if you move to the right, I'm moving to the right. If you move to the left, I'm moving to the left. And if you say go straight ahead, I'm right behind you. Because see, God don't deal in no evil. He only deals in what's best for me.
For you.
You got to
What's best?
believe in something that's bigger than all the problems that you have. In
Yes.
mine, I choose a higher power. I choose Jesus Christ. That's just me. But you have to
Mhm.
have something that's higher than bigger than all the people in your life that's giving you hell. I'm serious.
Yeah. You have to, and you're so right, Gio, because if we really focus on that, most people only focus on the hurt, the pain, the disappointment, and they vibrate there. They don't elevate their frequency. They don't try to do something better. They just go, this is what they said about me, and then they accept it. They take that as their new norm. It's like a armor. It's like a coat. That's what you wear every day. Every day you can make a choice to wake up and say, today I'm gonna be confront my fears. Today I'm going to show up. Today I'm gonna do the right thing. Today I will believe in myself. I'll be courageous. Every day, those are the choices that we have to make in order to be successful.
Right. And like I say, my biggest success is myself. And then on top of that, God gave me the business. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And on top of that, He gave me good friends. You see, I'm successful because I started with me.
mm.
See, I didn't start with you. How you gonna make me successful? I have to do it. First of all, I have to be a person that's of good faith. I have to be a person that's happy to attract the people that I want in my life. See, I
Mm,
attract people like myself.
mhm.
Before this, I attracted hell raisers because that's what I was.
Junk. Yep.
Okay. But today I'm a precious child of God and I attract those types of people. And I attract my friends are like that. People in my business believe in some higher power, some form of spirituality, because that's what I am.
Yep.
Okay. So success is just not more than just money, folks. It's
Yep.
about being who you are. That's your first success. And I'm just so grateful I know that today.
Mhm. Me too, Gio. I'm so grateful. Every day I wake up, I remind myself. I look back and say, "Girl, you are something else." I
Yeah,
laugh at myself every day. And until you can laugh at yourself and say, "I'm human. I make mistakes. I don't always do the right things. I procrastinate." And now we're going to go into the second point. Get into action in order to become successful. And the second part is fear. Fear is something that stops most people. The fear of winning, fear of like whatever your worst case scenario coming true. It's fear of something that stops you. But what does it take in order for us to be successful? We have to be able to take that fear, take what other people are saying about us, and give ourselves a new narrative. That's what has made me successful in my life, is saying, okay, right now I am scared. Right, people think because when I go in front of a crowd and I give a motivational conversation that I'm not fearful. I have fear
mm,
every time I open up my live stream. I have fear every time I do a new business deal or a brand deal, but I don't let that fear stop me. I just take a deep breath, and I say, I can do my best. I say, I'm made for this. You got to have something that when that fear comes at you, thank you so much, balcony weather. When that fear faces you, you got to have something to combat that fear. See, but most people, when they get that fear and they don't have anything to combat that fear, that's when they run the other way, or that's when they just sit down and say, oh, it's not, I guess it's not meant to be for me. You got to have something that encourages you to move past that fear, to say, fear, go and have a seat. Like as you helped me, Gio, with that. It wasn't until I met Gio, she helped me to talk to that little girl inside of myself, that little girl that was controlling me, every time, or it could be the little girl inside of you. It could be your parents. It could be an ex. It can be anybody that has said something to you to try to stop you from winning and being successful in this life. You got to find out what that is. And I have to talk to that little girl and say, little girl, look here. You go have a seat with your little 7-year-old self. I'm the adult now, and we're going to win. Go ahead,
yeah.
Gia.
I'm glad you brought up the inner child.
Yes.
Lots of people don't even know that sometimes they lead with that part of them that's hurt. And
Mhm.
I learned about, I didn't know, I get so tired, Tom, when I talk about this because I didn't know I was doing that until I went to
Mhm.
therapy. And my therapist asked me, did have I talked to my inner child? I said, what's that?
Yeah.
She said, the one that lives inside of you that took all the pain, that took all the hurt.
Mm.
She said you have to go and you have to comfort that child, and say to them that you are the adult and that you will take over now, and they can just rest. And I know that you were hurt,
Mm.
but I am here for you now. I love you, and I will not let anyone hurt you ever again.
Mhm.
Okay? She had me write that 50 times and then come back to her office and really read it out loud. And during that time, as I was reading it, I really understood. I said, oh, that's how come I'm making mistakes. That's how come I can't finish nothing. Because I have to forgive, ask. Well, this little girl inside of me have to just forgive folks too, because she is the one that got hurt. And that kept me from being successful. Now, I've always had really good jobs, good paying jobs. But starting my own business was something that I always wanted, but I could never get to it until I healed that inner child. That's why I say it's inward. That is my biggest success. And today, I already know when she be trying to come out because she be wanting to cuss folks out. okay, and kick some butt and all this here stuff and be mean to people. And I always tell them, we don't have to go that route today. You know, we
Mhm.
have recovery. We are precious children of God, girl. Let me handle this. I am the adult. And when I
Yeah.
say that, even right now, I can just feel it calming down.
Yeah.
You
Peace.
know, I mean, you got to know this about you. Because if you want a business, you can't go everybody in your business or on your team. You can't go cussing them people out. You'll never get no money.
No.
You can't mistreat them or talk to them no any kind of way. First, fix you. Then,
Yep.
if you fix you, you will be, that's your
Oh,
most success.
yes.
Then you can have every other success that you want.
There you go, Jill. You explained it perfectly. When you heal that little girl, that little boy inside of yourself, anytime I get to something and I feel like I want to run the other direction, I said, "Look here, little girl. We're going to do this and we're going to do great at it." See, and that's what most people, they don't have that inside to say. When I'm fearful, they don't understand that that fear is, they're fearful of that little boy or little girl when they were hurt, or when they got disappointed, or when no one was there to support them. You got to talk to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. And you have
Hmm.
to tell them, I am here, especially you have to tell them that you will protect them and let nothing ever happen to them again. Then that part will start to heal, and then that part will start to believe and come into one, and you heal, and then you can have anything you want because then you'll know what you want, and you'll know what you will accept and what you want. That's success.
Right.
It ain't all about business and how much money and status and all of that. You ain't gonna have none of that no way if you don't fix you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. Hi, Mike. Hi. I saw a few people in the chat. Hold on a second. Um, hey, realist. Hey, Dr. Ninja. Hi, Beard Inquisitor. If I missed anybody, hey, Melissa. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you all so much for being here. So let's move to point number three. Get into action in order to become successful. And point number three is lack of confidence. If you
Mhm.
are not confident in yourself, that's going to affect your business, that will affect your mental health, and it will affect all, when I say all your relationships. Because if you're not a confident person, there are people who are going to step on you, stab you in the back, because they know that you don't know your worth. People know when you are at a low vibration. People know. Okay? They do know. So you have to be confident in yourself. Not that we're perfect. No. We all go through those hills and valleys. We all experience sadness and we get discouraged, but then you get up again. Then you rise up. You don't let your obstacles define your life.
Yeah, and can I just say that all the stuff that we're saying today, we walk through this. This just
Mhm.
didn't happen overnight for me and Marlene. I had
Mhm.
to practice what I'm preaching here today every single day until I felt it. Like they say, eat till you feel it. Well, I
Yeah.
ate till I felt it.
Yeah.
Okay? This is some things you have to put in your life and practice every day. Everybody don't have the same story like Marlene said. And some people are just not ready for what we're talking about. But we're here to just say when you are ready, if you are going through what we've been through, at least you know you can get through it and be like us, free and happy,
Right.
you know? So just
Free.
practice.
Yes. Mhm.
Practice saying, I am a precious child of God. Practice saying, I have confidence. I have strength. I can get through this. I can do this. If you say these affirmations every morning, when that other part say you can't, but you say, oh, you're lying, I can. You'll get through it. And then one day you'll wake up believing you can do anything. But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
asked a question in there, Marlene.
Yeah. I see it. Hey Keisha, how are you doing? And I want to highlight this comment from Fire. He says, "I talk to myself with positive information." I think that's so highly important, especially when maybe you're doubting yourself, you're procrastinating, you have fear, you're going through this internal dialogue. This is when you really have to combat that. If you have fear, if you've been procrastinating, if you're lacking in confidence, you got to have something in order to combat that. And I think that if you don't reinforce it with positive information, positive mindset, having a support team, a support system, things like that. It's like you could be down here, but because you have all of these other things, it will help you to get balanced, get back in line to where you need to be.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so let's get to number 4. Get into action in order to become successful. Now, I have to say, this was a really big deal for me, Gio, and that is listening to the right people, not just listening to everybody, listening to the right people, mentors, therapists, coaches, good friends, listening to people who will help you to be successful.
That's true. You do have to have people that know what they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody don't know what they talking about because they ain't fixed themselves. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to find people that's willing to tell their story and how they made it. And then
Mm-hmm.
you can always tell from that if you want to be a part of their lives. And they have to really see if they want to be a part of yours.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I look for. I look for people that's gonna tell something that's gonna make a connection. I have a connection with, like when me and Marlene first met. She was talking about what she'd been through, and I knew she had been to therapy because only people that's been to therapy talk like that. And I said, "Oh my God!" I finally found a friend on YouTube. She I know she gonna be my friend, but that's been a therapy that understand where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? That I can actually talk to, because everybody don't understand even today what we're talking about, you know. But we did because we both had been through something and made it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you just have to I don't know, Marlene.
You just have to, like I said, listening. See, a lot of people, their problem is that they just listen to other people, the wrong people, those
Right.
people, the naysayers, the haters, the drama people. They listen to those people. So how can you elevate? How can you vibrate higher? How can you be on a higher frequency, being your best self in your level of success? I don't mean Marlene's level, because what I'm trying to go for may not be what Gio wants, or
Right.
Keisha, or Realist, or Fire, or whoever. Everybody's success is not the same for everybody, but it's for you to put in the work in order to get that. And
Yeah.
that's what.
So yeah, you can't listen to everybody, but I knew that Marlene and I was going to be friends, and that's how come I kept coming back to her life. And then finally, I don't know how we hooked up, but I think she came over to my live, I believe, and I think
Yeah.
she liked what I was saying because I knew what I was talking about. See, and then
I I
she
I think
you sent me an email.
I came over to your channel, Gio, because You were the what I needed at that time. I
Hmm.
needed somebody who was going to give me tough love. I needed somebody who's going to give me a kick in the tush and say, "What you doing? Come on, get up. What you doing? Like you procrastinated. Come on, stop that." And get me on the right course. I didn't need people who are going to be like, yeah, how do I say this? And there is no nice way to say it. You can't have the people who will always say, "Oh yeah, you're doing great," when you know you're not doing great.
Right.
You
They
got to have
just
the people who will say, "No, oh, you're settling? Oh, this is what you're going to take?" No, you need people who are going to help you to grow like they're growing. And I think
right,
that is what helped me to be successful is I had to let go of people who were unsuccessful. The
right,
procrastinators, the jealous people, the lazy people, the people who told me I would never make it, I would never be successful because they say that because they hate themselves. I had to let go of those people, not because I think I'm better than those people, but I know that I deserve better than that.
right. And I
Mhm.
needed to talk to Marlene because I didn't have anybody at that particular time. I couldn't talk to my sisters or the friends that I had because they didn't know where I was coming from. So God put her in my life because we both have been through something. We done been to therapy for lots and lots of
Mhm.
years. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I met you because such and such and such. And we grew a friendship. And we've been friends since what, 2019?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so God always knows who to put in your life. Are you ready to accept it?
Mhm.
Just don't talk to anybody. Anybody don't know everything. That's why
Mm.
I'm very selective. 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't want my broom messed up. Mm-mm.
be selective of who you allow in your mind and who you allow in your heart. You can't trust everybody. Like I be telling people,
Mm-mm.
don't be trying to date everybody. Don't try to make everybody your friend. Don't try to get everybody in your business. You don't need people who
Wow.
are thirsty or people who lie to you and disrespect you and don't show up for you. That's not going to get you to success. You know, you can feel it when somebody is not right for you. It's like,
Yeah.
that don't mean I think I'm better. It's just that I can feel your lies. I can feel that you're going to do nothing but hurt me. And I'm not going to allow that. No,
Yeah.
no, no. Realist says some folks will stir you in the wrong direction. Yes. And that takes you listening to yourself too. Like, I don't like this person's energy. You ever been around some people and you're like, it's something about them I just don't like?
Amen.
Yeah.
And in your chat too.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
mean, you don't say it out loud or nothing like that, but I be wondering why in the hell are they here?
What
you
do they
know,
want?
most of the time it's just to take you off your game. But I ain't about that because I'm a precious child of God. And I will pray for you right in my chat. I don't care, you know, because we all need some prayer to me. Even if you believe or not, I'm going to pray.
Mhm.
So just be careful who you let up in your life.
Right, Gio. Okay, we're at point number 5. We got one more point after this. Okay? Get into action in order to become successful. Point number 5. What will get in your way of becoming successful? Doubt. How many
Yeah,
of us we doubt, you doubt yourself. It's also called being your own worst critic. We must stop doubting ourselves and give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. I'm human. I make mistakes, but I can do this. I can do it. And then you do it.
yeah. Doubt, you know, this is how I take care of doubt. And it creeps up because I'm a human being. I think of
Mm.
something good for the team. Okay. It's 3 seconds, not even 3 seconds. They ain't gonna do it. They not gonna like that. You know, that kind of stuff
Mm,
make you doubt yourself. I have practiced how to get rid of doubt. First thing I say, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about. Second of all, you need to go sit your butt down in that chair because I'm going to get up and go put this in Instagram and see who's going to follow me. And then I have a whole team behind me. Child, please don't let doubt ruin your life and don't let it make you unsuccessful. Let me tell you,
mm,
you have to know the tools to fight with. If you don't have the tools to fight with, you ain't gonna never make it. And nothing that you do, you're gonna sit there and believe doubt. Not me. I got an attitude behind it too because that's what kept me from being who I really was. And every
mm.
time I think about it, I get like, my defenses go up, Marlene. Like,
Yeah.
you stay away from me because I'm
Mm.
not going to let you make me not make no money. And I ain't finna let you make me go back to no therapy. Boom,
Right
go
there.
sit down.
Right. And
So
that's oh, go ahead, Gio.
now I'm just gonna say, so that's what I experienced for myself. That's for me. You know,
Mhm.
you have to find out how doubt affects your life and come up with some tools to fight it.
Right. And that is exactly what I'm saying. You have to know what is causing you to doubt. And if you don't catch it immediately, usually the people who try to put those seeds of doubt in you are your own relatives, are your own
Amen.
friends, are your own person you're in a romantic relationship. It's the people who are closest to you that should be elevating you. And those are the same ones that will punch you in your gut, that will stab you in the back, that will tell you that you won't make it. But you can't listen to that. You have to believe in yourself. Don't doubt. So this is something that I do when I'm in that I'm doubting myself. I remind myself that I'm here for a reason. I am here for a purpose. Hi, Rochelle. I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. I have value. I am stronger today. And I got to give a clap for that one because it took me a lot to get to the space to say, I'm stronger to pull myself out of where I have been. I
Yeah.
am stronger today. I am more confident. I can speak up for myself. And this is a big one. I can recognize the bull. I recognize it now. Before I used to be like, oh, like listen, oh yeah, you think so? And just follow everything that people say. No. These days I don't follow everything that people say. First I have to say, I wonder. I gotta go and talk to the Holy Spirit. You know, I got to see if that person is good in my life. Whereas before, when I didn't know my value and worth, I would just go with every shift of the wind. Oh, you think I could? Oh yeah, I'll do that. Oh, if this person is, oh, I'll do that too. Is one of those things that I did what everybody was doing because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And
Hmm.
you can't be successful until you know what you want to do and the direction that you're trying to go to.
Yeah.
Can't.
That's why
Okay.
I say success is kind of, you have to know who you are and work
Yeah.
on yourself first. That will give you all the success that you want.
Amen, Chio. So we are here at our last point. Point number 6. Get into action in order to become successful. Okay. So point number 6 is why. Okay. Not making your why big enough. And I saved the best for last because if your why is not strong enough, you will not get to success. See, your why is what you're going to turn to every time when you say, I can't make it. This won't work out, or any doubts, anything if you're battling with your inner child, all of that. Your why will help you get to the next step, the next level of your success. Hey, real odds and evens. So that was for me. I had to learn, okay? I had to learn that I can do it and that I am enough and I am talented. And you got to apply that to yourself in what you do. You have to believe in that. You have to have your why that is strong enough that will get you through any storms, any challenges, any
Mm.
difficulties, any financial disruptions. Your why has to be big enough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My why is I don't never ever want to cry a river, or
Mm,
ocean, or sea. That was just too much.
mm,
It was too hurtful. I don't want to have to feel that pain anymore. And my other why on top of that one is that I never want to leave my faith again.
mm,
Okay? I never want to leave God again. I never want to stop believing again. Okay. And the other wise, the biggest why is that I don't never want to cry the river to sea. And that means I don't want to go back to therapy. In on that level, because
mm,
it was so many days. I didn't know if I was going to make it, Marlene.
mm. Yep.
It was so many days I went home. And I didn't know if I was going to not take those pills so
Mm.
I could go to sleep and don't wake up,
Come on. Come
so
on now.
that I wouldn't have to walk through that pain. Okay? So my why is to use my tools that I learned in therapy to stay alive, to be happy, to be free, and to love God
Yes.
and to
Th-
love myself. So that's what keep me working every day to be a better person. Because I don't
mm,
want to go back to all of that. That was just way too much.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? I can, baby. I will fight you tooth and nail for my life, not for my business or no money. I'm talking about my life. I will
For your
fight you
life.
tooth and nail. I
Mm,
will leave you. I will block you because
mhm.
today I'm happy, and today I don't have to think about no bottle of pills. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Today I want to live. I
Yes.
want to travel. I want to go places. I am a precious child of God. Baby, that my
No.
why so big. Sometimes I just cry because my
Yep.
why is so big. It's
Yep.
bigger than all the problems I think I can have. And I talked to a friend of mine the other day, and she's in the chat, Rochelle. And Rochelle made me really think about my wife.
Mm.
So
And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for everybody that's here in the chat. Anybody who needs some encouragement, inspiration, motivation. Sometimes when we have these goals in order to be successful, we don't have people that are in our lives that will say you can do it. We don't have people that are clapping for us. There's usually more people that will say, laugh. Oh, that's what you want to do. Oh, that won't work, or that's stupid, or I tried that and it doesn't work. You gotta make your circle. You gotta go and find your people. They're just not always going to be right there in front of us. I just so happen to find some friends here on social media. I so
mhm,
happen to find a really amazing therapist and a great mentor, but it was all because I was working on me.
right.
I was a healed me. That's a big difference. When you are healed, you don't let yourself stay in the past. You don't
Yeah.
let yourself stay in other people's mess. It's like, nope, that's your problem.
Mm.
That's your business. That's not me. That's not mine. Take that back. I'm not carrying around your problems. See, I learned that today to be successful, that because other people have problems, that shouldn't stop me from being in the
Right.
moment that day. Because I worked hard. When I tell you I worked hard, just like Gio, I cried a sea of tears. I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried until even sometimes I didn't even have a voice. I
Mhm.
cried so much. I have notebooks full of I was writing and all the
Right.
teardrops, you know, all the teardrops fell on my paper. So those of you who have put in the work to do healing, those of you who have put in the work, don't worry about other people who doubt you. Don't worry about maybe if your finances are limited. Don't worry if you don't have a support system. I'm telling you from experience, it will come. The finances will grow. Your friends will find you. Your circle will find you. Your support people will rally around you just when you need it. But just don't give up. Okay?
Amen.
Don't give up. That's what's important. Okay. Go ahead, Gio. You were going to say something.
No, I was just saying amen. I got emotional because I
Hmm.
don't want to go back there.
Hmm.
I just want I love who I am today, but I don't forget where I come from because it has made me who I am today. And when the doubt and all these things try to come in and take, like you said, what we worked so hard for, baby,
Hmm.
uh-uh, nope. And if you a person and you trying to do that to Geo gonna block you. I ain't gonna say nothing nice. I mean nasty to you. I ain't gonna say a word. I'm just gonna block you. You already know what you done. So don't be trying to act like you don't know.
Hmm.
I don't have time for that because you don't know how hard it was. And you wasn't there.
They weren't.
Only the man upstairs was there. God was there to help me. And he sent the therapist down there here, sent me to the right therapist who was a believer too. And then he started putting people in my life that was believers and was good. That was Marlene, that was Rochelle, that was Beverly Black. All these people I met on social media where I couldn't even get my family to treat me like they do.
Exactly. I know, Gio. That's the thing. And that's what I want for all of us to think about that. Think about what you have been through to be who you are today. Don't let anybody take you backwards. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not capable and you can't do it and you can't make it. You're proving it every single day you wake up. You're making it every day. Be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back and say, I'm so proud of myself, And I always remind myself of the what is it called? The mantra that I came up with when I was in therapy. I have the divine right to be successful.
Yes, 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 you do. It is what you gonna do to get it.
Mhm.
Because if you sit back and do nothing, you get nothing. If you sit back and procrastinate, that's what you're going to get procrastination, which leads to nothing.
Yep. Nothing plus nothing equals nothing. Yep.
Nothing from
And
nothing. Nothing. I'm thinking about that song, Nothing from Nothing. You
yeah,
got to
nothing
have
from nothing.
something.
Hmm.
Let me stop,
Yeah.
Marlene. I'm sorry.
So you're fine, Gio. Um, Fire says, never give up on your dreams. I can never forget fishing for food, you know? So as long as you know, as long as you know yourself, as long as you
Mhm.
know your worth, then that's it. Because
Yeah,
that's what okay. So final words, Gio, for this topic, get into action in order to be successful.
right. because nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You got to have something if you want to be with me.
Mm,
You got to have something if you want to be what you want to be.
mhm,
If you don't get out there and work for it, and get out the bed, and even if you work all day, like I used to work all day, it wasn't like I was a boss way back. No, I worked for 10 years.
mm,
Okay, but I was wanted this so bad that I would map out 2 hours every night after I come home, cook dinner. I only had one kid. She gave me four grandkids. I used to take care of all of them, plus cook dinner while she was at work, put the grandkids to bed, tell them a story, or tell them if they don't go to bed, I'm gonna choke them out. But anyway, so and then I would have from 9, let's see, I think it was from 9 to 11 for my business. And you
mm,
think it was hard, but I did it because my why was bigger than not doing it. Okay.
mhm.
So if you want to be successful, first look inward because that's the biggest success you're going to give yourself. Fix you. And then you can be able to have everything else. And then you'll be able to keep your commitments. You'll be able to be a woman or a man of your word. And people will gravitate to you and they will like you. And then they will get in your business. And then there you go. Money, money, money.
There you go. There you go, Gio. And my final words is that in order to be successful, you have to fix your mindset. We can't shift what's happening in our lives, okay? We can't fix it. We can't fix people. We can't make people do the right thing. We can't. The only person we can work on is ourselves. And it's a daily thing. We are a work in progress. You can do it. You can be your level of success, not Marlene, not Gio's, not Realist, your level of success. Okay. Oh, no problem. Fire. Yes. So, me and Gio, we're gonna end with the song that Gio made. And it's I Made It. So, enjoy the song. I'm going to turn off my camera, turn off my camera, and we're gonna play the song. You guys enjoy the song that Gio made. It's coming. Hold on a second. I don't know what's going on here. It's coming, guys. Of course, it would start buffering right when I'm going to do it. Isn't that how YouTube is? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. am blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, oh, oh, hey, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, guys, that is the song that Jill made. Jill, you want to talk about it a little bit?
Oh, that song is. I wrote those lyrics because I I made it. I mean, that was kind of like a celebration song for me, Marlene, and another friend of ours, because we all been to therapy. We went through something terrible and we made it. So that song is just about celebrating our win. Because now we can sit here and tell somebody else we made it, and so can you. We are good enough today to win. We are good enough today to go after our dreams because we made it and we want you to make it. That's what that song is about, Marlene.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much, Jill. Um it's a blessing for me. Every day I wake up, I don't take anything for granted. I don't take friends for granted. I don't take for granted the people that have come in my life. Um, None of it. So, anybody who is trying to get to their level of success, be patient with yourself. Be confident. Know your worth, and you will be successful. Thank you all
Yeah.
so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Make sure to hit the like to subscribe. If you are watching in the replay, leave me a comment below and go over and check out the same topic, but on Gio's channel from the business standpoint. I will pin it in the comment section below. So thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the channel members. I appreciate every single one of you. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.